right before you go to bed at night, and then various times throughout the day, you are in a state of hypnosis. Anytime you are watching a movie, when you're driving and you miss like an exit or something like that, is a light state of hypnosis. So it's a very natural thing. There's toxic money beliefs running through the whole system. My name's Amity Rose from amityrose.co. I am a women's empowerment coach and certified hypnotherapist. The whole channel is devoted to empowering women to remember their worth, their value, and their power. Hi guys, Amity Rose here, hypnotherapist and women's transformation coach. I have a really great video for you today on how you can use hypnosis to change your life. First, a lot of people don't understand that hypnosis is just a very natural state of being that we actually go in and out of all day long. First thing in the morning when you wake up, right before you go to bed at night, and then various times throughout the day, you are in a state of hypnosis. Anytime you are watching a movie, when you're driving and you miss like an exit or something like that, is a light state of hypnosis. So it's a very natural thing. There's no ooh about it. It's very natural and you're doing it all day, different times of day. So just know that. How it's categorized is a slowing down of the brain waves and actually like a deep relaxing of the body. And what that does, that combination of those two pieces actually puts our analytical mind, so the part of the mind that analyzes everything and actually like accepts or rejects ideas and ideologies, it relaxes that part of the mind so that you have access to your subconscious mind. Now, your subconscious mind is the greater part of your mind. It's the majority, actually. It's about 90% of your mind. So it's the largest part of your mind, but it also houses all of your automatic behaviors. And the automatic part is from repetition. So if you think about when you were younger and you were learning to do something, let's say you were learning how to walk, okay? You had to put in a lot of time, that repetition. But when you mastered it, when you mastered how to walk, that program in the subconscious mind, there's a remembrance so that you don't have to relearn how to walk. It stores your automatic behavior. Like, I can do this, I remember, and it actually, the way that the subconscious mind works, it's all to support you so that you're not having to relearn these different activities. You know, when you start something, there's like the learning curve, right? If you've never done anything before, it's gonna take a minute for you to learn it. But once you learn it, it gets downloaded and you don't have to learn it again most of the time. It becomes an automatic behavior. So this is the case with everything. So not just necessary things like eating and reading and writing. We don't have to relearn those, but you learn behaviors through repetition and mental pictures. Those are the language of the subconscious mind. Images, mental pictures, and repetition. That is how we communicate with the subconscious mind. So you probably learned some bad habits along the way that your subconscious has downloaded as, oh, okay, this is an automatic behavior. We know how to do this now. We've done it a bunch of times. I don't need to relearn this. I know how to do this. And let's say it's a negative habit, like maybe like a negative self-talk. Maybe every time you look at yourself in the mirror, you say horrible things to yourself, or you see everything that's wrong, and then that self-talk kicks in about, you know, how ugly you are, or how fat you are, or nobody's gonna love you, or whatever that narrative might be. That is simply a programmed response that you learned from repetition. Here is where the brilliance of hypnosis comes in and how you can use hypnosis to change your life. Because you're accessing it at all these various times anyway, you can get an idea of how the feel is, but you have the ability every night before you go to sleep to use that prime time to help yourself to reprogram different things into your subconscious. Now let me kind of explain how that works and what that looks like. So you have these automatic behaviors that are there. And let's say you have the negative self-talk, but you've decided that you want to change that behavior. You want to do something different. You want to have a different reaction when you look at yourself in the mirror. You want to actually see a woman who you're proud of and that you love and that you actually say really nice things to, like, oh my God, you're stunning. You look beautiful. I'm so proud of you. You know, whatever the things you are, you have this programmed behavior that's just learned. And then you have this new behavior that you want to implant. The way that hypnosis comes in, and you can do it yourself, I'm going to tell you how. What you do is, in hypnosis, the analytical mind really is just going to rest so that you can access the subconscious mind, which is where that programmed behavior is. So when we slow down the brainwaves, when we relax the body, that analytical mind is kind of going to sleep. So the analytical mind, if we kept it up, if you and I were talking and you looked in the mirror and that automatic behaviors started to happen, and I was like, no, tell yourself you're beautiful, and you look and you say, I'm beautiful. If your analytical mind is still awake, it's gonna say, no, you're not. You're fat and ugly. And so that's the part of the analytical mind. It's gonna accept or reject ideas based on your deeply held beliefs. So why hypnosis is so important to helping you change your life and your mindset is because it puts that analytical mind to sleep. If you think about, it's just taking a nap, and you won't have any of that bounce back. So when I say you see yourself in the mirror and you tell her you're beautiful, the part of you that would reject that is not awake. So you're not going to reject that idea. That's going to go straight into your heart and into your subconscious mind, and you're going to say those things and you're going to feel it and you're going to know it to be true. That's the power of hypnosis. It's really that key point of that analytical mind just being at rest so we can talk directly to the subconscious mind, which I need you to know is the majority of your mind. The subconscious mind makes up about 90% of your mind, and 10% is the conscious mind. So your waking state of like you think you're conscious, 10%, you guys. That's it. 90% is the automated behaviors. And most of the stuff that you do all day long, the majority of the time, you're just working from the subconscious. You're not actually as conscious as you think you are. So this is really powerful. So let me tell you, there's 3 ways that you can begin to use hypnosis to change your life. The first one is to actually work with a hypnotherapist. You can access me at my website and book a session. I would be honored to work with you. My specialty is women and healing their relationship with themselves and their bodies and their inner child, all of that. That is my passion. So you can work with a professional. If I'm not your jam, find somebody else. But the benefit there is that they can actually personalize your session. So it's deeply more profound and powerful because there's the interaction and they have all the information from you, so that when you're in session, they can feed it right back to you, your very own words, and you'll receive it because that's your heart's deepest desire. They're feeding back into the subconscious mind, and that's going to promote quicker and faster change. So always a one-on-one hypnotherapy session can be really valuable, especially if you're wanting to see change quicker. The second way, every night before you go to sleep, you can access hypnosis on YouTube and Spotify. I actually have a couple on my podcast. You guys can check them out. They're not personalized. So that's where you get the difference between if you booked a session and then if you find something on the internet. You can find very general, like mine, I have like a weight loss one and an ideal body one. They're a general idea of what a lot of women struggle with, but it's certainly not going to be personalized to like your individual journey, but they are helpful nonetheless. They are really, really helpful. So if that's all you have access to is free resources like that, use it, right? Absolutely use it, especially if you find one that is really connected to what you're going through. It can really support you in the change that you're wanting to make. And then the third way is you can actually create your own. So you can find some free music and you can find some different scripts online. And this is the beauty of this. If you actually put the time in, your voice is going to be so much more powerful than like if I do a session with you, don't get me wrong, it's going to be powerful. Or if I record something for you that you listen to each night, it's going to be really powerful. However, if you record something for you, there's nothing more powerful because that's your own frequency, that's your own vibration that your subconscious mind is hearing. It's not mine or somebody else's. So it will take extra time and effort. You need to be a little bit committed, but you can find scripts for whatever you're working toward, self-love, inner child, weight loss. They've got them out there. So just do like a Google search and you can get the information. You can download or buy some meditation music. A lot of my stuff has brainwave frequencies in addition to certain like gamma rays, and then I have the different hertz that brings your body into a certain level. So you can find stuff like that just kind of supercharges it, but that's advanced stuff. But anyway, you can get some free meditation music, and you can find a script, and if you can record your own self saying these things and then play it back to you, that will be the most powerful. I can tell you right now that a personal session or some free information that you find, your own voice will always be more powerful to your own subconscious mind than anything else, because it's yours. So it's gonna go much deeper, and you're gonna see quicker results. So those are 3 options that you can start using today. Using hypnosis will change your life. Remember, it's a very natural state that you're in all throughout the day. Every night when you go to sleep, it is prime real estate, you guys. Do not let another night go by that you are not using that half hour before you go to sleep to supercharge yourself and change yourself. You can put it on and play while you lay in bed, eyes closed, every single night. Even if it's affirmations, if it's anything that supports you in the change that you are wanting to make, every night, right before you go to sleep, 30 minutes. Do not, for the rest of your life, let another night go by where you are not using that moment to help you facilitate the change that you want to see, because it will skyrocket the change. If you don't do anything else, and you will, because if you're listening, it will motivate you to do other things. But if you don't do anything else except commit, I'm listening to a hypnosis before I go to sleep, your life will change. And how much effort did that take? You literally have to lie down and listen as you fall asleep. I mean, it's free, it's easy, and it can radically change your life. So start that immediately. One more note. You guys are always being programmed. We're always having information come into the subconscious mind. If you listen, it's called television programming, because it programs you. So you're constantly receiving messages in through the senses that are being programmed into yourself. So it's going to be really important that you learn about yourself, learn about how the human body and the human mind works, so that you can use it to actually support yourself in the change that you're wanting to create. Also, it's super important that you limit what you expose yourself to. So this means what you hear, what you see. Think about all the senses. So anything that you take in, because this will affect your subconscious mind. So if there are things that are disturbing or terrifying or fearful or support how you don't want to feel, you want to lessen those. You want to reduce those, because they are going into the subconscious mind. So just begin to be like really mindful about what you take in, both auditorily and what you're seeing with your eyes. I would limit also the television and the movies. Be real selective about what you expose yourself to, because this is going to alter like how you feel about yourself and how you see the world. So essentially, when you start using hypnosis every night before you go to sleep, you're now taking advantage of this powerful state to help you create the changes in your life that you want to see. And when you start to think and believe differently because of what we implant in the subconscious mind during hypnosis, essentially your actions are going to support that. So you're going to act differently based on having different thoughts and beliefs. It's a whole cycle. So it's really, really helpful for you to go directly to the subconscious mind, go directly to the root, because remember, conscious is only 10%. So when you say, I'm going to do this, you're working with 10%, but when you do hypnosis and you drop in the change that you're wanting to see, whether it's changing your body or loving yourself more, you are going straight to the source and putting in those seeds. We love ourselves more. We can look in the mirror and say, you're so beautiful, right? And we plant those seeds, and then we reaffirm that through repetition. So not only do we have the mental pictures that we do in hypnosis, we reaffirm that in hypnosis and after daily, and that's how we create a new program. And that's how you override the old program. Won't exist anymore, because in its place, you've now created new neural pathways where you have a better supportive program that's running to help you facilitate the changes that you want to see, being, loving yourself more, or looking in the mirror and seeing somebody that you love rather than judging or criticizing. You don't do that anymore. This, you guys, is the ultimate power of using hypnosis every night before you go to sleep, changing your life just by simply that act alone. Podcast is live, you guys. Check it out if you haven't already. I think I'm on like episode 20 or something. So it's so exciting because I did hear that most people don't get past episode 11. So milestone over here. But the main message is, if there's something that you want to do, start it. Just do it. And if you want to book a session, you can catch me at the website. I'm on Instagram, TikTok. I'd be honored to walk this journey with you. I love you, and I will see you next week.